Marking 1 year since Moscow's invasion of Kyiv, the United Nations voted overwhelmingly to demand Russia to immediately and unconditionally withdraw its troops from Ukraine. Ukraine earned a strong backing in a non-binding vote where 141 member countries voiced support for the resolution. 7 opposed it, while 32, including China and India, abstained. The vote was slightly below the highest vote for the 5 previous resolutions approved by the UN since Russia sent troops across the border into Ukraine on the 24th of February 2022. The resolution reaffirms support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, rejecting any Russian claims to the parts of the country that it occupies. It also calls for war crimes perpetrators to face international prosecution. Though UN resolutions are not legally binding, unlike Security Council resolutions, they serve as a barometer of world opinion.
We are satisfied with the outcome, and the message is clear. It doesn't matter what Russia tries and how it attempts to undermine international order, and the coalition in support of Ukraine's territorial integrity, it fails one time after another. The coalition is there, and it will be there as long as it is needed for Ukraine to prevail.
Today's vote was really historic. You saw 1 year after Russia's illegal, unprovoked, full-scale invasion into Ukraine, where the countries of the world stand. We showed where we stand with Ukraine. The vote was clear. 141 countries voted to uplift and uphold the UN Charter. Only 7 countries voted against it.
Now, after the UN vote, French Foreign Minister said the resolution bears witness to the strength of solidarity with Ukraine and that Russia is more isolated than ever.
Ce vote adresse à la Russie un signal clair. Son agression doit cesser et avec elle son cortège de morts, de destruction, d'exactions et ses conséquences négatives partout dans le monde.
But Russia dismissed the resolution, with its UN representative calling Ukraine neo-Nazi and accusing the West of sacrificing the country and the developing world in their desire to beat Russia. Russia has claimed that Ukraine is trying to invade Transnistria, which is Moldova's Moscow-backed separatist region. Russian Defense Ministry claimed that Ukrainian troops were massing at the border with Moldova's breakaway region. It said Russia's armed forces will respond to the impending provocation of the Ukrainian side in an adequate manner. Meanwhile, on the 1-year anniversary, US President Joe Biden will meet virtually with G7 leaders and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The White House said the United States will announce sweeping new economic sanctions against Russia, those aiding its war effort, and more support for Ukraine. Among specific targets of the sanctions will be banks and entities that help Moscow evade the waves of sanctions that have already been imposed in the wake of the invasion. The war in Ukraine dragged into its second year with no end in sight to a conflict launched by Russia. The war has killed tens of thousands on both sides and has reduced entire cities to ruins. And its impact has been felt worldwide in higher food and fuel costs and rising inflation. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.